Don't feel bad, it happens to all of us. Our hot tools become absolutely disgusting over time because of the oils on our hair, hairspray, other types of products, wear and tear, you name it, our hot tools become a gross, sticky mess. Today, I'm gonna show you 2 different ways to clean your hot tools using stuff that you already have at home. If that sounds good, then keep on watching. The first product that you can try using if your hot tool isn't super bad is just rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is a great solution to get rid of a lot of stubborn hair stuff. So for example, it's the #1 ingredient in hair extension remover solution, and that's because it really kind of breaks down all of that like sticky, slimy, goopy byproduct of hair extension glue. So if it does that, it also works really well on hot tools and doesn't actually ruin them. So all you have to do is grab that alcohol, put it on a cotton pad or even on a paper towel, and just very gently and delicately rub it on the parts of your flat iron that are really dirty. So it's pretty amazing at how quickly and easily it removes all of that grime from your actual tool. So I really like to open up my tool and really get in there and just do a really good clean. It's kind of amazing how much comes off on your cotton pad that you didn't even know was there. A handy little tip here is if you have some areas that are particularly stubborn. So on this flat iron, my handle right here where I use my thumb is really stubborn because I work with a lot of hairspray since I am a bridal stylist. So all of that hairspray has collected where my thumb is. What you can do is grab a toothbrush. I like to use a soft toothbrush because I don't want to do any damage to my plates. I just grab my alcohol. You can just kind of rub and scrub that area to really get into all of those grooves. You can even do this on the actual plate if you have any areas that are really stubborn where you can't get the residue to leave. And there you go, that was a really quick and easy way to clean your hot tool. It got rid of all of that residue in like a snap, and you only needed one thing that you probably already have, and it's alcohol. Now, if alcohol isn't cutting it and you have really tough stains like this one, I use this tool a lot and it is just covered in hairspray residue. It's kind of encrusted in, and I've tried to wash it with soap and water several times. I've tried to use alcohol. I can't seem to get it out. Here is another solution for you. All right, so I just started by grabbing some nice warm water in a bowl. And then our next ingredient is going to be baking soda. And our final ingredient is going to be toothpaste. You are just gonna mix baking soda, toothpaste, and water together until you get like a nice paste. You wanna make sure that this is a paste and not just water. So you wanna adjust your formula by adding a little bit more baking soda or maybe using less water until you get like a nice paste. The consistency should look something like this. Once you get there, you can just use your soft bristle toothbrush again, and you can just scrub that hot tool, especially in those zones where you see a ton of residue from hairspray or other hair products. Once I finish doing that, I still like to go and grab my alcohol and get a cotton pad or a paper towel and make sure to get all of that residue, all of that toothpaste, and all of that baking soda, and just get it off the iron. And then of course we also want to make sure to disinfect our handle because that's what we are touching. And then I like to go down into the cord as well. You may still have a few burn marks on your iron, and I have a few burn marks on my iron. This is just from years of use and residue kind of melting into the plate. I advise you to not use anything that's too scrubbing, even like a sponge for pots and pans, because you'll scratch your plate, and that's the last thing you want to do. So you want to make sure that things are as clean as possible, but those stains, they could stay in there. And you know, it doesn't mean that your tool is dirty at all or not sanitized. But like, what a huge difference from the before. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something new today. I hope that you restored some of your much loved hot tools that you thought maybe were in a state to be thrown out. If you want to learn more about hot tools or see more reviews, then click on these videos next. As always, I love you, and I will see you next week.